Hello, this is Mrs. Mack, a third grade teacher at Lafayette Upper Elementary School. Go Lions! If you have any questions, please let your teacher know. Today, we are going to be learning about the distributive property of multiplication. The distributive property looks at a multiplication sentence and breaks one of the factors into smaller chunks, making it easier to multiply. Let's look at the first problem. 3 times 4. The array to the left also shows 3 times 4. The array has 3 rows and 4 columns. When I apply the distributive property to the array, I can divide my array into 2 separate but equal parts. As you look at this slide, you will notice that I have divided my array into 2 parts. The first part is 3 times 2, which is 3 rows by 2 columns. And my second part is 3 times 2, which is 3 rows by 2 columns. If I were to put these two arrays back together, it would be one array of 3 times 4. 3 rows by 4 columns. I have just taken my 4 columns and split the 4 columns into 2 arrays. Each array still has 3 rows. When I put parentheses around the multiplication sentence representing the 2 new arrays, it is how the distributive property is written out. When solving this number sentence, start by multiplying the numbers inside the parentheses first. In this example, multiplying 3 times 2 would be 6, and 3 times 2 would be 6. Then I add the two products together. 6 plus 6 is 12. Notice the distributive property is the same product as the original problem. Let's look at another one. The multiplication sentence reads as 7 times 6. The array shows 7 rows and 6 columns. As the distributive property is applied, one of the factors will be broken up into smaller chunks. On this example, the array has been broken into 7 rows and 3 columns. Each array has the 7 rows, which means the 7 was not broken up into smaller chunks. The 6 columns were broken up into 2 separate arrays. When the 2 arrays are put back together as one array, it will be the same as the original array of 7 times 6. This is how the distributive property is written out. When solving this number sentence, multiply inside the parentheses first. 7 times 3 is 21, and 7 times 3 is 21. Then add the products together. 21 plus 21 is 42. Sometimes an array can be broken up in more than one way. In the previous example, 7 times 6 was broken up by columns. In this example, 7 rows are broken into 2 parts. 2 arrays have been created. One array has 2 rows and 6 columns, while the other array has 5 rows and 6 columns. If these 2 arrays were put back together, it would match the original array of 7 times 6. To solve this number sentence, multiply inside the parentheses first. 2 times 6 is 12, and 5 times 6 is 30. Then add the products together. 12 plus 30 is 42. Now let's try to match an array to the correct written distributive property. The original number sentence is 3 times 8. The array shows 3 rows and 8 columns. The first distributive property number sentence states 3 times 1 and 3 times 2. Let's look at the arrays. Each array will have 3 rows, and the first row and the first array has one column, and the second array has two columns. When the two arrays are combined, do they look the same as 3 times 8? No, they do not. Let's look at the next number sentence, 1 times 4 and 3 times 4. The arrays that match the number sentence is an array with 1 row and 4 columns. And the second array has 3 rows and 4 columns. When these two arrays are combined, does it match the array for 3 times 8? No, it does not. Let's look at the last number sentence, 3 times 6 and 3 times 2. The two arrays that match are an array of 3 rows by 6 columns and an array of 3 rows and 2 columns. When I combine the two arrays, is it equal to the array of 3 times 8? Yes, it is. You will notice that in this example, both arrays had 3 rows. The columns are the factors that got split up into smaller parts. And again, if you have any questions for your teachers, please do not hesitate to reach out. Have a fantastic and marvelous day. Bye.